give it a few more seconds. Hello everyone, Bubble Ninja 720 here, bringing you part 76 of my live stream playthrough for Final Fantasy 14. Well, when we last left off, we were doing some storyline, and we got our asses kicked at Ralger's Reach. We got to play around with Xenos, and he completely toyed with us like a ragdoll. Anyways, I popped off so I could go do some crafting and gathering, and I was like, I'd rather show off the whole turn-in thing with Zoe. Welcome, hero. Here to help me do Menfina's work, I take it. Let's see how many smiles we can put on the children's faces today. I got 6 remaining. The items sought by Zoe fall into 3 categories: crafted items obtainable by disciples of the hand, gathered items obtained by disciples of the land, and fish. Furthermore, Zoe deals only in collectibles. In order to deliver an item, you must be its corresponding class and level 55 or above. If you're level 89 or below, you will be awarded experience points instead of the level 90 scripts reward. Information on how to find individual items may be found in the following manner. For disciples of the hand items, choose to search for item by crafting method subcommand. With the list selected, will bring up the crafting log and the relevant recipes. Materials necessary to craft these items may be purchased from the material supplier, and it'll share free walks around spot. For disciples of the land items, choosing the search for item by gathering method subcommand will bring up the gathering log and the recipes in question. For knowledge on fish, choosing the display location subcommand will bring up the map of the relevant fishing hole. Furthermore, you may discover that using a metal spinner as a lure will expedite your fishing endeavors. The higher an item's collectability, the greater the reward you will earn from Zoe upon successful delivery. To learn more about collectibles and how to increase collectability, speak with Zoe Aliapo and select Learn about custom deliveries. So, I've got 6 of these that I crafted, so we're going to go ahead and turn these in. And I maxed the shit out of them. With this Guardian's taken a greater and greater interest in foreign nations of late, trinkets and treasures from the Near East are in great demand. This is just what they're looking for. Now let's take a closer look. Oh, hero, it's absolutely stunning. So stunning that it's a shame I have to sell it, but I will make the ultimate sacrifice for the children. Yay! And making your first successful delivery, you have begun to earn Zoe's trust. With each successful delivery, Zoe will grow more and more satisfied with your efforts. Fill the gauge completely and Zoe's satisfaction level will increase, giving you the opportunity to learn more about your business partner. You can make up to 6 deliveries in a given week. Deliver the items Zoe needs and deliver them often to win the trust and praise of your new business partner. So I got 5 more of these. Da-da-da-da. Da-da-da-da. She said the same thing. Thanks to you, I've got so many Near Eastern treasures that I barely have space for them all. Fortunately, Zoe knows some very wealthy individuals who can hardly wait to take them off her hands. Hee hee. Time for some cutscene. I'm happy to say that your Near Eastern treasures have found no end of fans among the Asgardian aristocracy. Why, with only the funds that have poured in thus far, I could safely say that Menfina's arms will stay welcomingly wide open for, well, at least the next couple of days or so. But is Zoe going to rest on her laurels? Perish the thought. Not when there are countless children still yearning for warmth and love. I can count on you, can't I, hero? Sure. Oh, thank you. This calls for a celebration. Why, yes, I think I'll treat myself to that last bite of pineapple pudding I've been saving since last week. If anyone deserves it, it's you, Miss Zoe. You're always working so hard to put food on our plates. Hello, mister. Who are you? This is Hero, a famous adventurer. He's the one who's been helping Miss Zoe turn her trading business around. You're an adventurer, Mr. Hero. My mommy and daddy are adventurers, too. I wish I could meet them. I wish you could meet them, I mean, I think is what she said. Mommy and daddy are the strongest adventurers I've ever seen. They're always keeping the people of Idleshire safe from nasty monsters, or at least they were. The other day, they went off to hunt something called Elite Mark. They said they'd be home by sundown, but I haven't seen them since. Miss Zoe says they probably just got lost. Anyway, I was so scared and lonely all by myself, but then I met Miss Zoe. She's been so nice to me, just like a big sister. Sometimes she forgets to unlock the door or feed us, but I know that's just because she's busy. Right, Miss Loey? I just met you, Mr. Hero, but I like you too. Anyway, I'm going to go now. My best friend promised she'd tell me a story about dragons, and I just love dragons. See you later, Miss Loey, Mr. Hero. That's to Keb. Just between the two of us, search parties have been scouring the land for any sign of her parents, but nothing. I know I shouldn't get the poor girl's hopes up, but I simply haven't the heart to tell her the truth. Besides, Minfina may still work a miracle yet. The day after her parents disappeared, poor little Takeb rushed out from her home to the city gates. She waited there day and night in the beating rain and blustery wind, just so she could greet her dear mother and father with a smile at the very moment they returned home. When I found her, she was sniffling and shivering in the cold, and that was when my inspiration struck. I would start an orphanage right here in Idleshire and take on all the poor children like Takeb who were crying out for a gentle helping hand. And that's why I must keep to the task. Minfina's arms must spread wider and wider, that no child need know such pain and loneliness ever again. Is it supper time yet? Ooh, I got materia for this. And food, I like. Yay, satisfaction up. Now, friend of to the orphanage. Zoli Aliapo is pleased with your efforts. She now considers you a friend to the orphanage. And yet there is still much work to be done before the finances of Minfina's arms are stable. To that end, Zoli Aliapo has a new favor to ask of you. Thanks to you, we're doing better than we were. At least Loey's paying the rent now. But I'm afraid to say Minfina's arms is still a long way from achieving true financial stability. So Loey's got to thinking. Perhaps we've been doing ourselves a disservice by limiting our dealings to the Ishgardian nobility, no matter how wealthy and generous they might be. That's why Loey's decided to look the realm over and look big. I'm talking about consortiums, cooperatives, and conspiracies? Commiserations? That doesn't sound right. Anyway, what I'm trying to say is I've found a promising new client, Master Gegeruju of Gegeruju Shipping. Have you been to his resort at Costa del Sol, Hero? They say the sun shines bright on waters clear every day of every year. Tee, it rhymed, didn't it? Anyway, I had an idea. What sort of rare trinkets and treasures do you think might tickle the fancy of those who live in a world of endless summer? If you're thinking cool and refreshing relics from the bleak, blustery highlands of Kurthus, then I guess great minds think alike. Yes, this is the perfect opportunity to build upon the foundation we've laid. What do you say, Hero? Are you with me? I hope that it didn't just change. Satisfaction guaranteed, Zoli Aliapo. The custom deliveries list for Zoli Aliapo has been updated. To view the new list, speak with Zoli and select make a delivery. Damn it! Welcome back, Hero. I'm happy to say that the children are smiling more and more with each passing day. Oh, fuck. It did change it. That means these three are a waste. So they find where the other third one went. Where'd it go? Oh, there it is. I found it. It's right here. So now I gotta go sell these back. Oh. Kind of lame. I wasted Gil. And you can't sell them now. I only sell for 6 Gil. I wasted coin. I wasted so much coin. Alright, so I need to make a Kurthan souvenir, so I need 6 Kurthan souvenir components. can do this. I should probably start updating the gear soon too. Alright, 2048, yep. Look at how easy that was for me. Just knocked it right out of the sky. Ooh, that's gonna really smart. Filled it up in one go. Oh, those excellents are amaze sauce. I'm just gonna eat that. Give me those points back. That good's gonna get wasted. Not wasting that good. We'll eat that good. I think that gives me all 3 souvenirs. Yes, it does. Let's go turn it into Zoe. Gotta hurry, gotta hurry, gotta hurry. Then we'll get back to the story. I'll have to do this every week. Welcome back, hero. I'm happy to say that the children are smiling more and more with each passing day. The Curthis Highlands are home to all sorts of treasures of cool, austere beauty. The wealthy patrons of Costa del Sol are sure to pay a good price for something this exotic and enticing. Now let's take a closer look. Oh, hero, it's absolutely stunning. So stunning that it's a shame I have to sell it, but I will make the ultimate sacrifice for the children. And she's going to say the same thing over and over again. Yay. XP, or I didn't get XP, I got money. Why, hero, you've been working your tail off this week, haven't you? Speaking of tails, I really wish the orphan boys would stop pulling mine. Don't they realize how much that hurts? Anyway, I think you've earned yourself a much-needed rest. Don't go too far, though. Zoe's counting on you to help keep Minfina's arms going strong. You have delivered the weekly maximum of 6 items to Zoe. You may begin making deliveries again starting Tuesday at 4 a.m. Earth time. Yay. Okay, good. That's set. And I almost hit level 65. Boink. Boink. Can I get the whole set on? I think I can. Yay, I'm set. The only thing I don't have is the main-handed offhand. So that gives me 1, 2, 3. I have 3 classes that are up there now. Sweet. I like it. I need to dump some stuff off. Do I have some room in here? I do not. I'm running out of backspace. No! Well, actually, I need to check and see if I have any. I have, like, a few bag slots left. Oh yeah, I gotta reset that craftsmanship too. Gotta put that somewhere. I'll put that in there. Ooh, I have a piety that needs to go in. just leave that as is. There should be more than enough room. First things first. Who's gonna get the bonus to craftsmanship? Yay! That gives me an extra 5 craftsmanship. Alright. So all that preparatory stuff's done. We're gonna go over back to Ralger's Reach. And we're gonna try and save some of the people that we just completely up and left. Alrighty. Let's go and try and save some life in here. Meffred lies motionless, having breathed his last. Clenched in his fist is a small charm which you take for safekeeping. He was already cold when I got to him. There was naught I could do. That charm must have been important. You'd best take it to Conrad. I need a drink. Where's the opened water? There it is. Alright. Well, evidently, I only needed to go to Meffred. Spare another moment for Meffred before turning away. Fishing in your pocket, your hand closes around his charm. Conrad must be told. Oh, I just noticed a lot of the place is trash, and there's like dead chocobos and stuff around. And of course, there's a bunch of arrows in the ground and broken machinery. You might want to get the ceruleum tanks out of here. You know, those have a bad, you know, disposition, and they have a habit of being like a bomb and exploding. Y'shtola isn't talking. She's still unconscious. Monago, Meffred, where are you? This is... He's dead, isn't he? Meffred was a warrior, always thinking about others before himself. He once had an Imperial patrol chase him nigh on 20 moms so that his wounded would have time to escape. His comrades loved him for it, of course, though that only made him worry more. Did you know that he sent his men in Quarry Mill away because he thought they were fighting for him and not the cause? Aye, well, he did. The only life he was willing to risk was his own, you see. That's exactly the kind of man who should be leader, the kind of man who deserves to survive, not an old fool who's all used up. There's no logic to it, Master Kemp, there never is. Who stands, who falls in the heat of battle, who we can do but our best. As he did. Meffred will be sorely missed, aye, but because of his sacrifice, many now live who otherwise would not, and they need us now more than ever. Aye, that they do. Forgive me, I had high hopes for him is all. Bereft of hearth and home. Our defeat was never was no near thing. It was total a humiliation. We were powerless to withstand our enemy's assault, but we cannot afford to dwell on our failure. As Alphino said, it is those who survived whom we must think of now. Ralger's Reach is no longer safe. The Imperials may have withdrawn, but they could return at any time to finish what they began. We dare not remain here. Those who are not fit to make the journey to Castrum Orions will need to be taken by chocobo carriage. Agreed? Good. I shall oversee preparations for the carriages. In the meantime, I would have you scour the infirmary for any supplies that might prove useful during the journey. Mother's Boy and Hard Blow. Forgive me, but it is imperative that I continue preparing medicines for the wounded. If you desire treatment, I must ask that you seek it elsewhere. Oh, I see. In that case, you are free to search the barber and take that which you require. I would not have our people dying en route. I would assist you, but this process demands my undivided attention. Sir, Marshal Tarpon said you might have something for me. Yeah, take this. 12 be praised. This should put the driver's hearts at ease. Tell the Vice Marshal we await his orders. Y'shtola and the others are safely strapped in. Don't worry, I'll be by your side the entire time. Thank you, Cryle. I'll walk alongside. They'll need protection in case the Garleans try anything. Hang on. You're injured too, aren't you? Shouldn't you be in one of the carriages? I'm not so frail that I can't make the trip on my own. Besides, there's still work to be done here. I'll see you at the wall when it's finished. As you wish. Then let us set forth at once. We shall move as quickly as our comrades' health allows. To Castrum Orions. Yeah, we got completely tossed here. Oh, direct hit. Divide and conquer. We saved a good many of my men, and I cannot thank you enough for that. But the fact remains, our forces were decimated, and this state will not be mounting an assault on Castellum Veladina or anywhere else. We need to be honest with ourselves about our prospects, but first we need to put our affairs here in order. Afterwards, I'll join you all at Castrum Orions. Understood. We will go and speak with General Aldin. Good thing I didn't automatically port over. Pippin has already departed with the wounded, has he? Good. We've completed our search of the Reach and the surrounding area. As far as we could tell, Xenos and his men returned straightaways to Specula Imperatoris after quitting this place. It would seem he's lost interest in us. Which brings us to the most troubling question of all. Not how he found us, but why he chose to spare our lives having done so. In war, you kill or capture your enemy. You don't leave them to fight another day. Only a fool would turn his back and walk away, but Xenos is no fool. Whatever his motive, this is neither the time nor the place to think on it. I will leave a token force to watch over the Reach. The rest will fall back to Castrum Orions. We can discuss our path forward there. Oop, I'm already here. Still keeping an eye out for those Aether current quests. Kryle is with Y'shtola. She still hasn't woken up, but Kryle says she's through the worst. Given the severity of her wound, we could have hoped for no more. Let us pray she makes a full recovery. We lost a lot of good people, didn't we? I saw it happen when that Skull's commander cut down Mefred. A single blow and that was it. Everything he fought for, all his hopes and dreams for the future, gone in an instant. And do you want to know the worst part? It wasn't a Garlean who did it, it was an Alamegan. Gods help me if I ever... No, not now. Not while the general's waiting. Elise.
Were it not for the swift actions of the Scions and the Alliance, many more would have died. You risked your lives to save ours, and for that we thank you.
There is no need for thanks. We are allies, are we not?
Aye, just so. Let us not dwell on this tragedy, but look to the future.
The future? I'm sorry, General, but there is no future for us. We've lost too many. Gods, I can still see Mefred with that woman standing over him. They've ripped the heart out of us, General. They've broken us. Our fight is over.
Master Kemp, please.
I'll always hate them with every fiber of my being. For what they took from us then and now. Our homeland, our freedom, our bloody children.
You mean the Skulls? The youths who fight for Xenos?
Crania Lupi, the Black Wolf's legacy and our shame. A unit made up of children born to Alamegan dignitaries who came of age during the occupation. Sons and daughters of Gir Abania, raised to be proud citizens of the Empire, with all the rights and responsibilities that entails. It'd be easy to curse them and call them traitors. But they're our children. Our flesh and blood. If the only way to forge the future we want is to cut down our own, then...
Then what was it all for?
Nargo?
What will you say to the families of the fallen? To the mothers, and the widows, and the orphans? Will you tell them it was all for nothing?
Listen to the girl. We dare not suffer our comrades' sacrifices to have been in vain. Now is the time to steel our resolve and press on, painful though it may be.
And when Xenos comes back with his army, what then? This isn't the first time, you know. You'll be hard-pressed to find men brave or stupid enough to face him again.
I still can't believe how strong he was. He humiliated us back there. The Warrior of Light included. God help us if he's next in line to the Garlean throne.
Loath though I am to say it, we should not be surprised. Before succeeding Van Baelsar in Alamigo, Xenos led the Imperial army to Doma, where he crushed the rebellion utterly.
I'd take another crack at him.
As a matter of fact, Doma remains in his charge to this day. Suffice it to say, Varys' heir is a peerless warrior and an accomplished general. The question is, how are we to contend with such a foe?
He's more like a samurai with the weapons he wields, not a warrior. We take the fight to Doma.
Interesting. You are suggesting we kindle the flames of revolution in Doma once more and force Xenos to fight a war on two fronts?
Mm-hmm.
For that, there would need to be someone left to fight on this front by the time you got back. Look, I'll not deny the plan as promised, and I feel for our brothers and sisters in Doma, truly I do. But I fear we lack the strength to see it through.
Have faith in your people, Master Kemp. Them and the Scions. Hold fast, rebuild, and when all is in place, we shall defeat Xenos together.
Pincer maneuver.
If you're going to Doma, I'm coming too. I want to help our friends there, and make sure nothing like this ever happens again.
Give us the time we need, and we will give you something far greater.
Very well. For all you have done for us, we will fight on. But be swift, comrades. Alamigo has suffered enough.
Goes without saying, but the Scions alone have not the strength to topple a provincial government, here or anywhere else. And I am quite certain the same can be said of the Doman Liberation Front. Nevertheless, we can but go and assess the situation for ourselves and see what can be done. Lest you doubt what good we few can accomplish, I would remind you that my grandfather and his 12 disciples once journeyed to these lands to save Eorzea and her people from certain doom. Brave souls with an impossible task, and Eorzea lives on. Our present mission may not be as monumental in scope, but it is no less important to the multitudes whom we would free from imperial oppression, whom we will free. That was a direct hit. So, lies, damn lies, and pirates. Oh, I think this is gonna unlock a dungeon. Where men go as one, there is life, and where there is life, there is cause to hope. My grandfather believed that, and so do I. But before we can forge ties with our friends in the Far East, we must first find a way to reach them. Author is not exactly over the river and through the woods. I am one step ahead of you, dear sister, or rather Tataru is. But before we discuss that, there's another issue I wish to address. Much as I would like it if we could all make this journey together, someone will need to remain to serve as liaison to the Alliance and the Resistance during this critical period. Moreover, as Y'shtola cannot be left unattended. Then I should obviously remain. Very well, issue addressed. You know, Alphino, it would have been quicker just to ask, and markedly less patronizing. Yes, I suppose, would you be willing to look after Y'shtola and provide support to Arnvald and the others? Yes, Alphino, I would. You see, that wasn't so hard, was it? Enjoy your trip, and don't you dare return with a gift. Well, I would not dream of it. Right then. Sister, hero, Lise, gather your things. We are for Limsa Lamenza. I think they meant to say, don't you dare come back without a gift. Well, they might have goofed or something, I don't know. Quest! The hidden truth. Yay. Ah, Lieutenant Hero, a moment if you would. The Alliance has seen fit to charge the Twin Adder with overseeing the occupation of Castor Morians for the interim. As an adventurer, I realize it is your want to attend to matters both great and small in all corners of the realm. Though it should go without saying that you must also uphold your obligations to the Twin Adder and the Eorzean Alliance. Thus I would ask for your aid in a reconnaissance mission here in the fringes. Pray speak with Lieutenant Molko when you are ready to receive a briefing. She will be overseeing the operation. Cool. Is there any other plus missions? I don't see any. Talamoko. Do my eyes deceive me? It can't be. But it is. Hero, the Griffin's Bane himself. Yes, the great hero who defeated the Griffin atop Baelsar's wall, bringing his plans of conquest to a shuddering halt. I can think of no other title that so aptly befits your prowess. A pity no one else seems to think so. But enough of that. What brings the illustrious Griffin's Bane here to Castrum Orions? Sergeant Marshal Brookstone has requested you assist in my investigation. This is such an honor. I'll do my best not to disappoint you. Oh, goodness me, where are my manners? Telemolko, military records officer at your service. I cannot offer much in the way of combat, but if you should have any inquiries regarding historical matters, you need only ask. Now then, let me apprise you of our current situation. Shortly after taking control of Castrum Orions, we discovered a number of confidential documents left behind by the Garleans, prisoner records dating back to the beginning of Alamigo's occupation. As you might have guessed, a great many were conscripted and sent away to subjugate new territories. A surprisingly large number were executed as a reminder of what would happen should any step out of line. What we weren't expecting, however, was a number of prisoners listed simply as whereabouts unknown. We thought perhaps they met with some ill fortune during their imprisonment, or even escaped, but we could find no other documents to suggest what became of them. Be they living or deceased, it is now our duty to find them. Not just for our own records, mind you, but their loved ones as well. They deserve the peace of mind of knowing what happened here. Would that this were a recent incident, though. It will be no easy task ascertaining their whereabouts after 20 years, but I believe I know where we might begin our investigation. The Ananta have called these lands home long before even the Alamegans came to settle here, and as luck would have it, the resistance has established cordial relations with their people. Perhaps they remember something of what happened all those years ago. My apologies. Had a weird tickle in my throat. I'm also still waiting to hit 70, so that way I can go do the warrior missions. Just have to go in the building. Nope, it's not in the building, it's around the side. Alamegan prisoners captured 20 years ago. Yes, I remember. When the Garleans gained their foothold here, they interred any and everyone. Striders, Ananta, it mattered not. Most were forced to serve in the Garlean military, dispatched to other lands from which they would never return. If I'm not mistaken, prisoners who remained were taken to a small village to the south. I cannot say what transpired there, but the settlement was heavily guarded. I fear the worst for them. Settlement to the south? Why, that would have to be Bittermill. I recall records of its residents seeking asylum in Gridania when the Garleans first arrived. The place was all but razed to the ground. Let's begin our search there. Perhaps something of value still remains in the rubble. Yeah, I collected quite a bit of things. I grabbed some kudzu vine, some kudzu root. I got some persimmons. And I think, oh yeah, I got some Girabanian elements so I can make more tiger leather. I'm getting into my gathering gear now. Unfortunately, I need azurite. I can't make azurite yet. So I need my book 4 in order to make it. Alright, Mountain Grizzly, whenever you want to run away. There we go. Good, Grizzly. Uh-oh, we found some bad guys. What are Garleans doing here? They cannot be allowed to leave. Get them. Alrighty. Oh, one of them's not even fighting. Aha. Ooh, ah. I let one get away. That's not good. Goodness, that's smarts. Perhaps I should have devoted more time to combat training. Though no amount of training would make me a match for the renowned Griffin's Bane. That was a magnificent display. Garlean soldiers were certainly the last thing I expected to find in these abandoned and otherwise forgotten buildings. I managed to catch them unawares, but I'm quite certain this investigation would have ended poorly had you not arrived. Still, I find this quite curious. By all rights, the Garleans should be too busy contending with the resistance to waste time in a place like this. What were they doing here? I'm afraid our search for answers has only raised more questions. If we were to make sense of any of this, we must search this place from top to bottom, after my heart returns to my chest. Deep breathing exercises. Drawing a blank, and for some weird reason this is a plus sign. I guess we'll do it. Sorry to keep you waiting. I fear the battlefield is no place for a bookworm. If the gods are kind, we'll encounter no further distractions. Now let's begin our search. We'd like to uncover more ground if we split up. Hopefully there's still some trace of the prisoners left here. Still want to split up after you got smacked around by some Imperials? And you've already said that you're unable to do combat? The cloying stench of rotting debris fills your nostrils. You're unable to discern where the odor is coming from. Upon closer inspection of the ground, you see footprints. Some of them appear to be fresh. A mug only a mother would love. I think I might have saw something down here. Oh, there's over here. Deserted house. This house is much too clean to have been abandoned for 20 years. Lefty! Hey, we found someone. Ah, hero, thank goodness. I found someone while inspecting the houses. He seems unwell. Unwell? Unwell? No, 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 definitely not. Certainly not. Yes, we're quite fine. But what of you, a little girl dressed in strange clothes? Quite strange, quite strange. What? You have some nerve, regardless of how I look. I am a ranking officer of the Order of the Twin Adder. Thank you very much. Now, who are you and what business do you have here? Who? Yes, who? An excellent question. You are you, but who are we? Yes, we would like to know very much, very much. You don't remember? Well, is there anything you can remember? Remember, remember, remember. Yes, something about this place. Something familiar, quite familiar. Hero, this is only a hunch, mind you, but I suspect he is not from this place. Considering he's Elizan, he's likely a Gridanian escaped from the Garleans, or perhaps... Could he be one of the missing prisoners? It would certainly explain the Garlean soldiers from before. We need to take him back for questioning. Excuse me, sir, but would you be willing to come back with us? At the very least, it would be more comfortable than these dilapidated houses, and we may be able to help you recover your memory. Memories. Sweet memories. Yes, we would like that very much. Very much. Alright then. Let's return to Cashton Orions. My My browbeating commander will likely wish to meet you. I suppose it can't be helped. Definitely use some more stuff, some more goodies and junk and all that jazz. Okay, so they're still pulling. I was trying to see if the aggro range lessened with this extra level, but apparently not. Possibly one of the missing prisoners, you say? I expected such wild claims from Lieutenant Mulko, but if you would corroborate her report, perhaps this warrants investigation. Until further notice, he shall stay under the protection of the Eorzean Alliance. Sir, with all due respect, you cannot just... Lieutenant Mulko, get this man a hot meal and a warm bed. When he's had a bit of rest, see what he knows of Bittermill and the Garleans. It should not be long before we reach a resolution to all this. You're free to wait here until she finishes questioning our new detainee. Seeking answers. I imagine Lieutenant Mulko has finished questioning the detainee by now. Go and see what, if anything, she's learned. This is a very long unlock. Oh, hero, I've just finished with questioning. Unfortunately, he can recall absolutely nothing of his past. The only thing he is certain of is that he escaped from Garlean captivity. I'm beginning to believe he really is one of the missing prisoners. But where does Bittermill fit into all this? I fear we've reached an impasse. It's not as if we can ask the Garleans what they were doing there. Or perhaps we can. The soldier who escaped us earlier must know something to have been prowling about the area. He has to be taken into custody. Come, hero. We must speak with Serpent Marshal Brookstone about assembling a search party. No stone could be left unturned. I didn't get the chance to beat the tar out of him, so he might have gotten pretty far. Especially since we returned without him. You wish to capture the soldier you encountered at Bittermill. Well, you should know I've already dispatched a reconnaissance team. After reading Lieutenant Mulko's report, I thought it prudent he be apprehended immediately. However, therein lies the rub. We lack the manpower to sufficiently survey the area. In fact, I was just deliberating over who I should call back to make a sweep of Owen's stash. There's no need for that, sir. Hero and I will go. I realize I'm not the ideal scout to assist in this, but we have to find them. And he didn't even say Dick Diddley about that. She made a decision for him. On your guard, hero. I have a bad feeling about this place. Probably where a bunch of people are held up. Wounded Imperial. We found him, hero. We really found him. What are you... Ugh. His wounds. If he's not treated soon, he won't be telling anyone anything. He's like to bleed out if left unattended. Go and tell Serpent Marshal Brookstone we found him and he needs medical assistance before he can be moved. Yeah, that's smart. We'll go ahead and leave the uninitiated to stand guard over the Imperial. while the hero runs back. Should have just had her recall. That way I could stand guard. And for all we know, a bear comes in. She eats both of them. I knew that was going to pull. As soon as I saw it turn around. My men have searched high and low, yet there is no sign of this runaway soldier. You found him at Owen's stash, say no more. Attention, this is Brookstone speaking. The subject has been found at Owen's stash. I repeat, the subject has been found at Owen's stash. He is severely wounded and in need of medical attention. Excellent work. Perhaps now we can finally get to the bottom of all this Bittermill business. The honest truth. I'll take the extra crit. Definitely will take the extra crit. By all rights, my men should be back by now. Go and see if you can find Lieutenant Molko. I want to know what those Garlean dogs were up to. Lefties back again. Back. You know, eventually I need to change your feather color, bro. I don't know what color I should make him, though. Ah, Hero, I'm happy to report we managed to bring him back safely, and not a minute too soon. I plan to speak with him shortly after returning, but the healers won't permit anyone to see him until he's settled and the bleeding stopped. I imagine we won't have to wait very long. Let's wait then. It seems he's finally fit to speak. He looks Alamegan. I don't expect you to be grateful, but I'd like to remind you likely wouldn't be standing here if we hadn't found you in that cave. Now start talking. What were you doing out there at Bittermill? We were looking for someone, an escapee from one of our facilities. He lost his memory and was otherwise mentally unstable, so we knew he couldn't have gone far. I believe the man you're speaking of is already in our custody. We found him seeking shelter in Bittermill. He claims you captured him, though he cannot recall where. So we returned to Bittermill after all. I guess the past came back to haunt him, even if he can't remember it. Listen, my superiors are not like to show you any leniency. If you tell me everything you know, I will do all within my power to see your life is spared. Do we have a deal? Miss, I may be dressed in their uniform, but you'd be mistaken to believe I owe the Garleans any allegiance. I will gladly tell you. 20 years ago, a group of prisoners was relocated to Bittermill to assist in the Garleans' more unorthodox experiments. They wanted to create a new chemical weapon, one that would leave buildings untouched while killing any and everyone it came into contact with. Black Rose, I believe it was called. Oh, Jesus. That's horrible. Their intention was to drive back Eorzean forces without wasting any of their own on the front lines. Of course, they wouldn't know if it really worked without willing volunteers, and what better place than a village long since abandoned by its people. Not a single prisoner survived, their tests proving a resounding success. It was only a matter of time before Black Rose would be deployed, or so they thought. To the surprise of many, the project was shut down before Black Rose could ever be used. The order came from the legatus of the 14th Imperial Legion and interim leader of the Alamegan province, Gaius van Baelsar. The Black Wolf would not allow the senseless murdering of Eorzea's people. He saw them as future subjects of the Empire to be ruled, not savages to be slaughtered. Everything was to be destroyed, but the man behind the project would not see his work wasted and ran off with the last remaining samples of Black Rose. He was promptly apprehended, but he'd already hidden away his work. They used every heinous tool at their disposal to make him talk, yet he would not, or rather could not, tell them where he hid it. The doctor had already gone mad and couldn't remember a thing. I can only assume one of his experiments went wrong and ruined his mind in the process. Then that means the man we found earlier... Aye, that's him. Grillarme, former head of research for the 14th Imperial Legion. Grillarmias? I don't know. It's a really long and hard to pronounce name. I can't believe that incoherent mess of a man was a scientist in service to the Garleans. I think we've heard enough. Thank you for your cooperation. What do you think, hero? Part of me wants to believe it isn't true, but I see no reason why he would lie to us. There has to be some way to substantiate his story. If the entirety of Bittermill was used for their experiments, it would be no easy feat to do away with the evidence of such a massive operation. No, there would have to be some lingering traces of their work, and if they couldn't dispose of it, their only option would be to bury it. Hero, we have to go back to Bittermill. Yeah, about that. You want to be careful. You don't want to just, you know, dredge it up, because you might release it. Don't want to risk that. Did I make the helmet yet? I did make the helmet. Yay! The only problem is my gatherers aren't on the same tier. So I can't just go ripping the materia out of the older set and sticking it into the new set. Alright, let's split up. There has to be something here, and I'm not leaving until we find it. Why don't we just go in one of the buildings? I'm not supposed to talk to her. Oh. Barren soil. There's nothing buried here. There's nothing buried here. Weird. Let's try this other house up here then. Go around the back of this one. And then go all the way around it. Your digging reveals a small metal container that you probably shouldn't touch it. Lieutenant Mulco will want to know what you found. You found something. A metal container. Could it be the missing sample of Black Rose? So he was telling the truth after all. There's no time to be sentimental nor hasty. Any mishaps in handling the container could prove disastrous. Let's report back to Serpent Marshal Brookstone. Nope. dropped my controller on the floor on accident while I was taking a swig. How many do I have? 876? Yes. I might be able to make the Azurites now. That will help me with my gathering set. Yes. The only problem is I still need to be able to go to other places so that I can go and farm other materials. I do have quite a bit of persimmon. Oh wait, I think I need 5 persimmons. Oh, that's gonna suck. I did not I did not farm that correctly. I should have just went for the straight 100 instead of 70. Lieutenant Moko, reporting, sir. We discovered the identity of the man we thought to be one of the missing prisoners. He is Grilliarmai, former chief of research for the 14th Imperial Legion, who oversaw the manufacturing of a chemical weapon known as Black Rose. Ugh, that sounds horrible. After a thorough survey of Bittermill, we discovered that what we had believed to be a sample of this weapon. We'd like to request assistance in retrieving it. Attention, this is Brookstone. A container we believe to contain a Garlean chemical weapon has been discovered at Bittermill. I need you to get out there and retrieve it immediately. As for the missing prisoners, they were used as test subjects for Black Rose. There were no survivors. Sir, I don't believe we should allow the risk of such a weapon falling into the wrong hands. Yep, exactly. Give me a second, I need a drink. Doing two 2-hour live streams is kind of taxing on the voice. I agree, Lieutenant. After the weapon has been safely moved to a secure location, rest assured we will see to its disposal. As for Grilliarmas, his fate resides with the Council. Considering the weight of his crimes, his punishment will be quite severe. I almost pitied the man, but memories or no, his crimes cannot be excused. Lieutenant Moko, Lieutenant Hero, you've done well today, and I'm sure you're both quite tired. Go and rest, you've earned it. Actually, I think I'll be heading back to Gridania to write up a report. The events of Bittermill need to be recorded, that they might prevent such atrocities from happening again. I wish I could accompany you a while longer, but I'm sure the Great Griffin's Bane is needed elsewhere. Thank you again for all your help. I look forward to adding your feats of daring to our records someday. What did that unlock? It didn't unlock anything. It was all red herring for some crit. I can still do crit. Well, since it's 6, I might as well just max it out. Yay! Pretty much everything has what I need. Alright, so we're going to Limsa. Okie dokie. Elfino and Limsa. Where is old Alfie at? Wait. He is north of the Aft Castle. Did I buy all these? Ah, the many melodies I hear on my travels throughout these lands. As a musician, I feel compelled to commit their notes to parchment that they might be shared with the interested audiences. Oh, I never bought these. Well, we're gonna do that now. That's a lot of music. I know that one. Okay. Okie dokie. Let's get back on to business. Tatar should be here any moment with our ship's captain. So we're going by sea after all. Is Merlwib lending us a pick of the Crimson Fleet? Not exactly. You are right in as much as we will be traveling by sea. Regrettably, it is simply not feasible for an airship to travel such distance without impossibly large fuel reserves, to say nothing of the inevitability of running afoul of the Empire's aerial defenses. But then it is equally unfeasible to sail an Eorzean Alliance vessel halfway around the world without the Empire taking notice. Which leaves us with only one other option. Ah, speak of the devil. Sorry to keep you waiting. May I present to you Captain Carvalane of the Kraken's Arms? Ah, Carvalane. The Kraken's Arms? Don't tell me you made a deal with pirates. Greetings and salutations, Scions. I take it from your comrade's tone that you no longer wish to proceed with our proposed arrangement. Not at all, Captain. Pray forgive my sister her outburst. She has ever been one to speak her mind. I, on the other hand, am the very soul of discretion, as many well-respected personages would attest, from the offices of the Admiral to the highest houses of Ishgard. Ah, but where was I? Oh, yes. The Scions of the Seventh Dawn do indeed still wish to employ your services. However, it is important that you are aware of certain extenuating circumstances. And intent on securing passage to the east, you came to us, knowing us to be the proud purveyors of said region's finest spices, which you steal from God-faring merchants out of the high seas. Whatever privateering the Kraken's arms may or may not engage in is strictly within the limits of the law, as set forth by our indefatigable keeper of the peace. More to the point, we are pragmatists. I see considerable risk in aiding your cause and negligible profit. Well, I, for one, think the captain has a point. The five seas can be extremely treacherous, and many a poor, unfortunate soul has come to grief out there on the waves. Why, when we were in Ishgard, I heard the tragic tale of how the heir to House Durandare vanished at sea. Tragical. Even now, nearly 20 years later, the poor count remains convinced that his son still lives, and would pay a sultan's ransom for news of his whereabouts. Truly a tragedy for the ages, and a testament to the misfortunes that may befall us should we act without due consideration. But so long as you are prepared to abide the capricious whims of fate, I'm willing to oblige you this once. That said, in light of the recent rebellion, I trust you understand that I cannot deliver you to Doma itself. I can take you only as far as Kugane and Hingashi. We will require time to procure sufficient provisions and make ready for departure. I humbly suggest you do the same. So basically Carvalane is a Durandare, and he is supposed to be, I guess, the next Duke of Durandare. But he orchestrated his own disappearance via Lost at Sea so that he can live the life free as a pirate, judging from what I'm understanding. Suddenly, all those hours Totaro passed cavorting and capering at the Forgotten Night seems rather better spent, do they not? That said, I had intended to press the point more obliquely, and there was something disconcerting about the pleasure Totaro took in making Captain Carvalane squirm. Yeah, none of these are useful right now. Tales from the Far East. I say we should heed the captain's advice and attend to our own preparations while they ready the vessel for departure. Totaro and I will procure the necessary supplies. Alice, I should be grateful if you would use the time to brief Urianger on recent developments. You may also wish to review the relevant safety procedures in the event of an emergency at sea. How very prudent of you. Very well, I should go and speak with him. What of Hero and Lise? I would like the two of you to return the Revenant's toll and speak with our Doman allies. I fear we know too little of their homeland, and any information they could provide would be most welcome. When you have completed our respected tasks, we will reconvene here at the ferry docks. Agreed? Sounds like a plan. Let's go, Hero. Heard. So we're gonna go to Revenant's Toe and Mordona. I need to go and trade in some stuff as well. Would be a good idea. Alright, so we gotta go up here first. Hello. 66. Leatherworker 68. Weaver's almost 66, so let's see with the Weaver. Oh, really? Oh, land. Try Fisher? Ethereal reduction. No longer a collectible. Yay! I need ethereal reduction. Given that you are also an accomplished fisher in your own right, perchance you are already familiar with ethereal reduction. Simply put, it allows one to break down an item into its base ethereal components or something to that effect. The process is admittedly difficult for a layman to explain. Kokosamu, a disciple of Master Munimix, would surely be glad to tell you more. Friend of Eganolf's is more than welcome here. How might I help you? Alright, so... Your measurements were rather larger than I expected. Oh no, I shan't tell you which ones. If Rowena has the gaze of a dead-eyed serpent, then Totaro stares like to a raptor who's sighted prey. Each is bloody terrifying in her own way. Well, where do I turn in these tokens? Maybe I go up here for them? There's got to be more token sales. Nope, this is just a storage area. And this is also just storage area. Bollocks! We'll just go back down. I'm not gonna go talk to Rowena yet. Oriental Snow Cave, Pine Bonsai, Gilded Mikoshi, Magitech Avenger G1 identification, and Chrysomallus Horn. The Golden Ram of Legend. Huh. 150 million gil to dump. Fallen Angel Wings. I don't want to talk to Rowena, but she might be the one I need to talk to in order to get it. Oh well. I wasted enough time. Another day, perhaps. Well, here we are. We need to talk to lots of people, so I think we should split up. I'll ask around at the House of Splendors. You take the Rising Stones. I'll meet you here after. Got it? Sure. Works for moi. You're truly planning to travel to Doma. I do not know what to say. Forgive me. I shall aid you to the best of my ability. Ours is a beautiful land nestled on the eastern coast of Othard. Along the banks of the One River, our nation thrived, proud and free, until the Garleans came 25 years ago. The river was our lifeblood, free to travel and to fish, but travel was soon restricted, and now the river belongs to none. Greetings, hero. What brings you to the toll this eve? What? You are for Doma. Heavens. You Scions have shown us naught but kindness, but never in my wildest dreams did I imagine you would fight for our homeland. 25 years we suffered under their tyranny, and when we spied an opportunity, the Emperor dead, Garlemald in chaos. It seemed the time was ripe. Beneath our Lord's banners we gathered, and fought to reclaim our nation. But then, when Xenos arrived with the 12th Legion, it was over in an instant. What is it, my friend? You look as though you've something to ask. That you go to join Yugiri and Gosetsu in the fight fills me with such joy. Forgive my exuberance. You require information, yes? We of the Nagai clan have served Doma faithfully for generations. My ancestors held positions within Doma Castle even. Now it is home to the Imperial Viceroy's witch and her host of men in Magitech. To think that what was once the shining symbol of our heritage and the seat of dear Lord Kyan, has become a den of for Garlean dogs. Oh, my bad, Lise. I forgot that we're meeting back out here. Ah, there you are. Learn anything interesting? The elder domans I spoke with tried to teach me all about Far Eastern customs and the importance of formality and politeness. I like to think Eorzeans can be just as stiff and stuffy as anyone, especially Ishgardians, but anyway, did you know they eat with sticks? It wasn't all that hard, actually, or at least that's what I thought until they told me I was holding them wrong. And then when I spoke with the younger domans, they just rolled their eyes and told me it was all a load of stupid old Wow, what you learned sounds a lot more useful. Unless someone invites us for dinner, of course. I hope they do. Not without incident. Or direct hit. Right, no point in waiting here around here, is there? We should head back to Limsa Laminza. Alphino said to meet at the ferry docks, I think. Ethereal reduction would be extremely useful. Basically, you could take some items that you collect, and when you break them down, you'll get aether sand and crystal shards and clusters. Very useful. It's similar to Desynth, except it's used for the collectible state of things. We're going to the Arcanist's Guild. There's old Alphino. You are returned, hero. I trust you learned much from our Doman friends in Revenant's Toll. I am eager to hear all, though that can wait until we have left port. We will have time enough to talk on our journey to Kugane. Our spice trading friends have completed their preparations. Assuming you have completed yours, you may inform the deckhand that we are ready to depart. All set, lad. I'll see you to the ship if so. Let's join the misery.
"12 be praised. Full sure was I that I had come too late."
Urianger! Tell me you haven't come all this way just to see us off.
Nay, my lady. Ere you quit these shores for eastern climes, I wished to share some words of seeming import. Look ye where the sun doth rise. See crimson embers, darkening skies. Look ye where the sun doth fall. See azure lost amidst the squall.
Well, that sounds suitably foreboding. Another one of your prophecies, I presume?
Of far eastern origin, aye. It is mine earnest hope that this ancient wisdom may serve to guide you on your journey. For what dangers lie in wait for you upon those distant shores are yet beyond my knowing.
A parting gift befitting your roundabout ways. Thank you.
I have more than words for you, my lady.
Pixels.
It's beautiful. Is it for me?
Though undeniably powerful, your ethereal blade taxeth you greatly in the wielding. Not so this rapier, which shall serve you just as well against all but the most formidable foe.
Impressive. It feels as though it's attuned to my ether. I shall treasure it.
Honored guests, say your farewells, for the moment of our parting draws nigh. A fair wind blows, and I mean to follow it.
Ah, Carveline.
It would seem our ship is set to sail. Pray give my regards to Thancred and the others. And take care.
Carveline's like one of the funnier characters. I enjoy him. He's such a knave. It's quite the impressive vessel you have there, Carveline. I'm actually surprised that those sails would be able to push it. We have a long ways to go.
A fine day, is it not? Fair winds and following seas. The Misery is enjoying herself. Nevertheless, it would not do for you to spend the entirety of our voyage above deck. Let me show you to your quarters.
It's very large quarters. Not very private.
Is it supposed to do that?
Not under normal circumstances.
Captain! You're needed on deck! Something queer's afoot. The winds died down, the waters went still, and all of a sudden, we were dragged off course.
Dragged? By what?
Can't rightly say, sir. But some of the lads are muttering about seeing things in the water. Things that shouldn't be there.
Oh, for the love of... If you will excuse me a moment. Actually, might I persuade you to join me? Loath though I am to admit it, I have a bad feeling about this.
Yeah, I'll join you. Let's get this shit done. I know what's going to happen. This be the first dungeon of Stormblood. Odd. Most odd. Well, do you have any idea what's going on? No, as the man said, despite the absence of wind and current, the Misery is somehow being pulled off course. Well, why not fire up the ceruleum engines and you have hidden below? An excellent suggestion based on knowledge you should not have. Alas, our engines appear to be malfunctioning for reasons that escape my engineers at present. Convenient. I'm telling you, Captain, it's them. Things the lads saw. Things. I don't suppose I can convince you to attempt something more descriptive. An adjective, for example. Seawolf superstitions and fairy tales, not more. But if you must know, the things which he has so reticent to name are the souls of deceased women said to lure sailors to their deaths. The sirens? Preposterous. Yes, indeed. If it is neither the sea nor the weather which is responsible, then it is probably a predatory entity of some sort, perhaps a siren or some such. For all we know, it could be a fellow spice trader employing magics to seize and plunder passing vessels. Regardless, we have but one recourse, to let the current take us where it will and deal with whatever we find there. What a thoroughly pragmatic suggestion. Oh, I'm beginning to like you, girl. Once we arrive at our destination, my crew shall remain with the ship to defend it while we venture forth to deal with the cause of our troubles. Who can Carvalane join? Then it is settled. I know not what awaits us, but it will rue the day it reeled us in. And unlock. Siren Zong Sea. Should be pretty quick. Nope. Oops. Why don't I try doing this? Yeah, Carvalane is a tank. Haha, it's awesome. Interessante. And if I go healer, wow, my gear is in very bad repair. LSA is a red mage. Lise is should be a monk. And Carvalane should be a warrior, not a marauder. I'm an insufficient level as a healer, though. Oh, I could have it Isail and Estinian. Could have had Harsherfont. Oh, I should have done that. A Perogo. Yashtola. Thancred. Emmerich. I want to try and see if they change up at all. Nope. Unfortunately, I have nothing to repair with here. What was I going to do? I was going to do... Oh, yeah, I could do that, couldn't I? Yeah, I could do that. We're going to go buy some books. Probably only get 2, though, because I have 800. Oh yeah, by the way, I was watching the most recent Resident Evil movie / TV adaptation. What was it? Island of the Dead or something like that with the Alcatraz Island. It started off okay. Like, I was like under the premise. I was like, oh, I wonder how this is working out. But I kind of figured it out a little bit of the ways in, like how everything was being released and all that jazz. And I kind of figured who was going to be the bad guy, like kind of thing. And then towards the end, it just kind of devolved into like a giant cop-out kind of feeling. Like, hey, it's an armory. There's all these rockets and stuff here. And it's like, let's just go and like go ham on the big baddie. And I didn't even finish the video. I'll have to watch the ending. But towards the end, it was getting kind of cringy for me, and I was just like, I think I'm kind of good. Alrighty, so I need materials, the recipes. If it's got a check mark next to it, it means I've done it. So, 1, 2. Ooh, I still have one more room. Can't buy any more, but I got a lot of them. Alright, so where are all these books at? Oh, that's lame. Which means the same thing's gonna happen once I get the Alchemist and, shit. Once I get the Alchemist and Culinarian. What? Shit. It's 4 books I couldn't learn. Lame. Some gloves. An orchestrion. Interesting. I wonder, how much can an orchestrion go for? 41,000? Indoor furnishings. I think you need to get the... I need scale glue. I think the cassia block will probably be the hardest thing to get. High mithrite. All these weapons and stuff. I think I have this unlocked. Still can't buy anything else. I think I looked through all these already. Sewing needle. Ooh, I can make one of these now. A Dreadworm Coronet of Fending. This is the helmet I use for my main. I find that very fun looking. You do a table orchestrion. Do I want the table orchestrion or do I want the large one? The table one will be cheaper to make, I think. Maybe. Diabolos. Miniature, Scathach, miniatures. Nidog, miniature. Sophia, Lakshmi. Wait. Where's my azurite? Oh no. I thought I was going to be able to make azurite with that. I guess not. Flame sauce. This is the casting. This is the casting robe I use. The dreadworm. But I color it a certain way. There we go. That's usually the color I have. Ah, I might go that route again. Or do I want to go blue? I don't know yet. We shall see. This is a really cool looking healing hood. Bunch of pets and stuff. Tabletops. Huh. Of course, I didn't learn anything here because they're not high enough. I believe it was the armor smith, but I'm just looking through here right now. Oh yeah, armor smith's not high enough. Doy. I need to get armor leveled up. Oh, it's so close. Level 59, really? Persimmon bow, dome and iron, adamantite gauntlets defending, copper nickel bracelet. Oh, adamantite gauntlets, that would cost quite a bit to make. And of course, I'm out of fashion, oh not fashion, but custom. I have 6 more allowances? I thought I maxed for the week. Yeah, I can't, oh yeah, because I can go to other people eventually. I can get a map. Modified shark class. Cryptomeria, cobalt ingot, wolfram ingot, dark steel rivets. Huh. Could kind of devote some of that stuff. Let's see what we got. A good old treasure bag. Hunger. Darkhold I already have. Hey, that scared the crap out of me a little bit. Let's run the dungeon, shall we? Time for that Siren Song C, folks. Still not used to having an actual microphone next to my face. Sorry if you hear scraping noises, me accidentally hitting it. Smack him around. We have a ninja and we have a reaper. No, we have ninja in summer. There we go. I'm on top of the world. No. Oh, I got all. Oh, no, I'm missing one now. No, you don't. I saw my health bar drop. Ah. Let's go ahead and stun you. That there's no loot missing. Here comes the first boss. Lugat. My crits. Oops, one of our DPS had to disconnect. That was our ninja. Disconnected. If I get the song for this place, I might have that on my, might put that on my orchestrion. I think we could do this without the guy that can catch up. Kind of thing. Spicy meatball. Oh, I died. I was trying to use my stupid home gang, and I forgot you need to be within melee range of someone for it to work. Plus, I keep forgetting those upticks in difficulty spikes. The beginning of each X pack happens, so I'll be nice this time. I won't pull as much. Plus, we have our full group now. Perfect. Treasure. Swing in the torso. Haven't won a single thing yet. Kill him all. Burn him down. Let everyone get hit with slow so that way they can't attack us up. Stunned. Caught him. Hey Nat, how you doing? Alright, this guy we gotta be careful with. Don't step in the shadows, or your vulnerability goes up. And then they use, I think it's, there you go, blood burst. And then you go, boom! And if you have vuln stacks, it hurts a lot. Yay, I got some loot. It happens in random spots to the shadow area. careful. I'll read it. Don't exactly need it. Alright, I wonder. Can I pull this entire thing? Stop running away from your tank. It's a pet peeve of mine. I'm sorry, but when you pull stuff off the tank, you don't run away from the tank, you run towards your tank, so that way they can go ahead and, you know, strip it back over you. It's a huge, huge pet peeve of mine. Cool. Alright, you guys open the chest. It's good. Raw. Pushing, go to the last bit of trash. Ooh, what did I get? Looks like I got crystals. No, you don't. Eat my crits. Ooh, that hurt. Had to break home, gang. Oh wait, you can move with home, gang. You just, I guess you can't move a certain distance. It's like stun. My bad. I should have interrupted that, but I just remembered. I don't know where my intervene went to. Creepy. Lorelei. I was about to make a reference to Pokemon there, but I believe Lorelei was the Ice Mistress from the Elite Four back in Kanto. take him. Oh, it's more of an advance. I thought it was retreat for a second. Should have let the ninja hit it, but okay. It's damage, I'll take it. We still win. Just. Oh yeah. Sounds like I'm getting quite a bit of goodies. Ooh. Oh, dang it. Dawnbound. Oh well. I'll have to go by and get it another time.
That appears to be the last of them.
Word from the Misery. Repairs are complete, and we may resume our journey without further delay.
I swear, if I never hear another ghost story, it will be too soon.
And now we're to the second hub city in Stormblood. We are going to Kugane. The city of riches. At least in this game. This is where many an adventurer makes their money.
I remember the sea, the smell of the salt, and the crash of the waves as we drew closer to Kugane. The only port open to outsiders in Hingashi, across the Ruby Sea from Othard, from Doma. All the colors of the rainbow, all the peoples of the world, all in one place. I wish you could have seen it.
That big towering building, the green one. This one. That's got a jump puzzle built into it. I still haven't completed it yet. Congratulations, you now stand in Kugane, the western port of Hingashi, regrettably the only port in this nation open to foreign trade. Oh, and I do apologize for the unforeseen difficulties which befell us during our journey. Needless to say, your assistance in overcoming them was much appreciated. Ooh, 67. The man from Ulda. Incidentally speaking, I saw that. Glad though I am to have arrived, I would remind you all that we are far from home with limited resources at our disposal. Duly noted, brother. I shall take care not to enjoy myself. In any event, Doma is our final destination, and our first order of business should be to secure passage there. Captain Carvalane, I realize you pledged only to take us as far as Kugane, and I have no desire to change the terms of our agreement. I should, however, be interested to know how you would go about reaching Authard were you in our position. At the risk of stating the obvious, you are in a port. Surely there is kind and generous soul here who will aid you for the right price. You cannot be the first traveler seeking passage to Doma. Captain makes a good point. 'Tis like that Yugiri and Gusetsu were forced to come here for the self-same reasons we were. They must have found a way to Authard, assuming they are not still in the city. Ere we seek passage, mayhap we should first seek our friends. Leave it to me, Alphino. Making friendly inquiries is my specialty. Lest you forget, I got plenty of practice in Ishgard. Captain Carvalane, could you direct us to the nearest tavern? Desperate for a drink, are we? You may find one in that large building just beyond the pier. Whether your journeys have come to an end or are about to begin, the Shiokaze Hostelry is an ideal place to rest, relax, and reflect, or so they say. And with that, my dear scions, I bid you farewell. As soon as we have replenished our supplies, we must away. Ours was ever a fast-moving business. The spice trade, you mean? But of course! Surely you do not think I traveled halfway around the world and delivered you to our destination solely out of the kindness of my heart. Perish the thought. Thank you, Captain, and may the Navigator watch over and keep you. Right then, to the hostelry. After you.
By the 12. I thought Ishgard remarkable, but this... We are certainly not in Eorzea anymore.
A tavern is a tavern, Alphino, here or anywhere else. Now, if you'll excuse me, it's time to do what I do best.
Until you hit a language barrier.
Oh, 1,000 pardons, my lady. The signs of the 7th dawn, I presume. I hope your voyage was not too trying.
And you are?
Ah, yes, of course.
Hancock.
Forgive me. Hancock of the East Aldenard Trading Company, at your service. On behalf of Chairman Lolorito, I bid you welcome to Kugane and invite you to take refreshments at our local offices.
Lolorito? I was aware his interests extended beyond the borders of Eorzea, but not so far as Kugane. Regardless, I am disinclined to accept the hospitality of grinning merchants, especially those who serve a master with whom we have such a difficult relationship.
My, such naked suspicion. I do hope that business with the Crystal Braves did not rob you of all faith in your fellow man. Or do you really think the chairman is plotting to drag you into another one of his grand schemes?
Yeah.
I beg your pardon. If you are trying to win my trust, you are failing quite spectacularly.
Oh dear, have I offended you? Once again, I must apologize. Too much time in the Far East, you see. One is compelled to talk in circles round everything here, and one finds oneself longing for the invigoratingly candid speech of the Uldan markets. Though I see now that this was neither the time nor the place to indulge said longing. Might I suggest that we continue this conversation at the company offices? Too many eyes and ears here, you understand. 'Twould be decidedly reckless to say any more.
If I may favor you with the invigorating candy you apparently crave, it would be decidedly reckless to follow a man I neither know nor trust. Give me one good reason why we should accept Lord Lolorito's invitation.
Now there's the young diplomat I was told to expect. Very well then, I shall explain. You understand that you are come to a most reclusive and secretive nation, yes? One whose borders are closed to foreign trade save at this single port. Then it should come as no surprise that a great many parties have vested interests here. Merchants like myself are a given, of course, but for every one of us, you may be certain there is also an agent of a foreign government.
Garlemald.
Many notable nations and empires have embassies here, you know, including, of course, the Garlean Empire, with whom you have such a difficult relationship.
To paraphrase, Kugani is teeming with Imperial spies, one or several of whom could now be listening to our every word.
Something to that effect, yes. Beneath this veneer of bustling trade, a war for supremacy is being waged between world powers. One might say we were standing on the front lines, just not in public.
I still have my doubts, but he may have a point. I say we accept his invitation for now.
I did get a few of these. I got Survivor of the Song. Ooh. Defender of the Realm. Yay. Learned a new one. Maybe I should go get these aetherites first. So we're gonna go run around, grab these aetherites, and I'm gonna call it quits. And that could be a deceptively easy or hard accomplishment right there. If you have Blue Mage and someone else to help you, it's stupid easy. Literally all you gotta do is just blow yourself up and let someone get up there and revive you. I say, are you not from Eorzea? And by the looks of it, an adventurer besides. Marvelous. You see, I have been dispatched here by the Adventurers Guild to spread recognition of our establishment while helping us gain a foothold here in the Far East. And what better way to the locals' heart than by offering them our aid? Through guild leaves, of course. We already have plenty of work for those with the skills, and I hope we can depend upon yours as well. Yay, Kugani leaves. You now have access to the guild leaves in Kugane. Speak with Keltring to undertake tasks for Disciples of the Hand and Disciples of the Land. Just. That's another thing I wanted to unlock right fast. I really wish that had given me some XP, but sad it didn't. Ooh, I wonder. Oops. Oh, I went the wrong way there. Failure. This music's so familiar. I spend so much time here as a, on my main. So much money to be made. Wait. Oh, it's up there. I forgot. It's like one more. Yay, I can jump over these. Alright, So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. What? 2, 4, 6. 5 after this one. So best probably to hit the Aetheryte Plaza, head northeast. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, yep. So, we'll go. I'm curious to see if I can purchase a certain chest piece early. There are a few things that I did grandfather over from my main account, some of it being stuff that would give me a good boost of sorts. And if I can collect the chest piece from this, it would help out pretty good. At least until I hit 60. Oh wait. Or 70, I mean. It doesn't matter anyways, because I wouldn't be able to equip it, now that I think about it. But I digress. It's only 3 levels. And I'd still be purchasing it anyways, because this would be the class I'll be running around with inside of Eureka. I'd be stupid not to. Oh, really? I clipped it too early. Wait, I never noticed that before. They actually light up when you attune to them, don't they? Yep, they start glowing. Huh. All these years I've been playing this game, and I never noticed that until now. What a doof. Oh, you suck. I can't get up there yet? Wait, can I walk in through here? Oh, thank God I can. The Aijin district. That's where the Garlemalds are. Garleans, I should say. And the Thavnarians. Alright, this will be the moment of truth once I unlock this Latherite. I'm gonna head over here and see if I can't purchase it. If I can purchase it, oh yeah. You've attuned yourself to all the Aethernet shards in Kugane. The airship landing is now accessible as an Aethernet destination. Yay. Well, I see Nostalgic Fellow. I can do it. Yes. Sorry. I need to go do that right now. I forgot who has it. Might be Dorian. Oh, goody. We're gonna go buy those right now. There you are. I gave myself 6 of each. I was very generous. So I'm going to buy tank chest, healing chest, and caster chest. So fending. Oh wait, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. I needed 10 to get everything. Casting chest. Healing chest. So technically I could buy a maiming piece and another piece. So Dragoon and Reaper. we'll hang on to that. I ran out of chest slots. I did. Crud. I am so happy that I got those. Cause watch this. Where's it at? Item comparison. I get 5 materia slots, 108 strength, 107 vitality. I get crit and determination, and I get 68 to my defense and magic defense just for that slot alone. Whew. And then, of course, when I go into Eureka, I get 131 elemental damage bonus and haste. Wrecking Ball. That's going to give me such a huge boost. Alright, so check to see if there's anything else I could dump away. Nothing on that. Heaven's Eye 5. Alrighty, everyone. Thank you all for watching. This has been part 76 of my live stream playthrough for Final Fantasy XIV. If you'd like to go ahead and give me a thumbs up by hitting that like button. Subscribe to my channel if you're not a subscriber. Keep up with the content. Comment down below. Tell me what you think about the game and my gameplay. No spoilers, please. Next episode, we will be exploring Kugane and getting into Doma. Catch y'all then. Later.